Afternoon everyone, Ian from DIY Home and Gardening, 12th of November, and this afternoon I'm looking at these plants that are behind me. Ginger. So let's turn the camera around, shall we? So as I said, we're into the second week now of November, and you can see from these plants that they're starting to go into their winter dormancy period, and that is because I've been just growing them outside on the patio, and these ones, well, they've just stayed in the greenhouse. It's unheated, so they really haven't gained much in there this year because it's been such a cool and wet season. So these were all started from rhizomes back in February, originally shop bought and then grown last year and harvested, divided, and so the rhizomes that we have here, well, these are actually my rhizomes saved from this time last year. So yeah, as you can see, starting to die back. So what we need to do is empty them out the pots, separate the rhizome, separate the stems and the compost, and have a think about drying and storing for either eating or for regrain next season. Right, gloves on, clean sharp secateurs at the ready. Start with your first one, just pop your hand over the top there. Now just pop that down there, and you can see we've got the compost perlite mixture. And the thing is with the rhizomes is that they don't actually go that deep. The reason that I always pot them in a deeper pot is just to allow the excess moisture to drain away from the actual rhizome, because it's normally the excess moisture that causes them to rot. So pull that out, just have a look at what's been happening. And so you can see that within these pots they've put on a bit of growth, but not tremendous amounts, and they're just starting to get to that point where they're rotting. So that's the original piece there. Pull the root off, and we got the new section, quite small, lovely scent to it though. And then just get your secateurs, snip those stems off, so just leave sort of a couple of centimetres. Discard your stems, don't want them, and for the time being just put it into cardboard box to let it dry, and we carry on with the next. Now this one's got some better root formation, so should be a better block. And the thing is that by waiting until first frost, or till it starts going cold, you're just going to maximise how much time the plant has to put on some rhizome growth. It's actually in the colder spells that you're going to this rhizome production, as it tries to store up a little bit of goodness, ready to reshoot again. And you can probably see, so this little shoot here, as the plant grows, essentially each shoot corresponds to an increase in size of the rhizome. So if you've got plenty of shoots, you're going to have a bigger, chunkier rhizome. You can actually use these stems if you want. Make a sugared ginger stem, which is quite nice, but I tend to grow it just for the root, to be honest. So we've got that, and then just remove some of these. And so just put that aside again, leave it to dry. And really, as you've seen, those sections are only going to be good enough for well, for regrowing for next year. So I'll get this last one done, then we'll have a look at the big tub. Right, got the compost set aside there. I'll reuse that for next season for the bottom of something else. Alternatively, I might use it for the dahlias. Okay, let's get this one out. It's a lot bigger. Oh. Didn't want that to happen, did we? Oh. There we are. Right. See what we got. Quite a few pieces here. Smell is amazing, absolutely amazing. I say at this stage, not going to try and do too much other than get the excess soil off, wait until they've dried before we tackle the rest. So if you try and do too much, you end up just damaging what you have got. Let's get rid of a bit of this. Right. And the thing to remember is that, say, this has been pretty cold, overcast year in the UK, and I say this tub has been growing outside since about end of May, early June. Just been a bit careful, I don't want to break any of these shoots, because so I'm going to replant all of this. But yeah, it should be a lovely crop for next season. Look at those, beautiful. Now, is that everything? Yeah. Well, not quite the harvest I was hoping for, but some good amount there, that's for sure. There we are. So that's what we've ended up with. and you can see some of the original sections of the rhizome there, and then these nice vibrant coloured pieces. Well, they're the bits that have formed this season. So yeah, a bit more warmth this year, and they would have actually been decent. You can see they've not put on anywhere near as much growth as we had last year, which was a hotter summer. But I say this is second year essentially growing from one piece of shop bought ginger, or ginger root, ginger rhizome for the proper name for it. So not quite up to commercial levels yet, but so these pieces, I'll trim all these back, let the rhizomes dry off a little bit, then set them back out for growing for next year. And yeah, as they're nice and healthy, I'm going to start them off in the house, get ahead of well, I guess where I started this year. So that's it, that's the end of video from me and the ginger. I've done some other videos in the past of growing ginger in containers, so I will add those links to this video also. If you've got any questions, then please feel free to send them over to me, and I'll do my very best to answer them for you. As I say, growing in the UK, totally different. Yeah, as you can see, far less of a crop than growing on the continent, where it's more consistent in temperatures, shall we say. But yeah, certainly from a UK perspective, I should be able to give you a few answers if you got those questions. If you like what I'm doing, then obviously please subscribe to the channel. Always nice to have more people coming on board. Don't forget to hit that reminder button so you don't miss out on the future videos that I'm doing. And I always say it, but it is so true: enjoy what you're doing, have fun, maybe take the time to try experimenting with something that you haven't done before, and you know, who knows, you might be able to get your own mini commercial crop, so you're more sufficient, not reliant on the horrible supermarket stuff. So till next time, bye for now.